Hey, Knifeoholic, sorry about that. Had a problem with my phone for a second there, but I'm back, so I guess I wasn't planning on doing a part two. I was going to just do one full video, but I've been toying around with the idea of introducing myself. Granted, I have a face for radio, so I didn't know if I wanted to add a face to the name of the video channel and be a little more personable or not. So I kind of played it by ear, really, I guess. But I figured, why not? While I won't be on the video all the time, I figured this time I can go ahead just kind of tell you a little bit about myself and what where I'm at with the channel and how things are going and everything. So, but my name is Bob Joseph. I am in Wisconsin. I live just outside of the city of Milwaukee. I moved up to Wisconsin almost 2 years ago, actually. It'll be 2 years this July. I moved from Illinois. I've been in Illinois my whole life prior to moving. Grew up in a town called Richton Park, and then most recently moved from Morris, Illinois. If you're ever traveling through Illinois on I-80, stop in Morris. It's about 16 or so miles west of Joliet. Cute little town, a nice downtown area. If you're ever stopping for a bite to eat, look up the Greenhorn Saloon and Eatery. They've got really good food, and they know me rather well. But anyways, so yeah, I grew up in Illinois. I moved from there for work. I worked at Walmart on and off, actually two separate times, total of 18 years or so. There was a 4-year gap in that, but wanted to get out of retail. I was an assistant manager over the auto care center. I was doing about 75 hours a week, give or take, pretty consistently for the last year I was there, maybe even a year and a half. So it was starting to take its toll. So I had an opportunity to get out and took a job up in Wisconsin with a fast food chain. I'm one of the directors of the restaurant. I'm looking to continue moving up in the company. So, but that's a little bit about me and my personal life. Any questions, please put them in comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm fairly an open book. As for the knife channel, to be honest, the first month, maybe 3 weeks of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, I came down with a cold, and it was just a cold. It wasn't the coronavirus. But being that I work in the food industry, I had to take the mandatory 14 days to make sure it wasn't. In fact, when I did take off or get off of work, I was already on my way to feeling better and stuff. So, but I was off for, it was like 12 official days. So I was starting to get bored and decided, well, I like knives a lot. Started watching reviews. Why shouldn't I be able to do a review? So that's why I decided to do a review. So that's how the channel was born, or why I did it. And of course, it's taken off pretty well. I don't expect to get, thousands and thousands of followers, and that's not the real reason why I did it. I mean, it's something for me to do, and maybe if I can learn something and meet people, it'd be worth the little bit of effort that I put into it. So, and I've already met a lot of nice people. I'll do some channel promoting here for others, and the next upcoming videos and stuff. Originally this month, I was supposed to have quite a bit of overtime. We're a little short-staffed and all working 6 days a week. But I worked yesterday, and normally we don't work Sundays, but being that I work Sunday, catch up on some maintenance work. I was able to take off today, so that's why I'm doing the videos today. So about knives, me and knives, I should say, my story. I think I was about 10 or 11 when I got my first knife. My uncle, I think it was my uncle, it might have been my grandfather. We were fishing, and inside of his tackle box was a little. If it was 2 inches, it was probably too big. It was very small, probably about the same size as the little Kershaw that I promoted on my keychain a few weeks back. Barely an inch blade, maybe. A little silver pocket knife, keychain knife that he kept in his tackle box to cut fishing line and such, just in case he didn't have a pocket knife. Of course, my grandpa didn't carry all the time, but he did carry when he went out outside fishing and hiking and stuff. My uncle always carried. He had a buck on his hip, and he had a little old timer, 2-bladed pocket knife in his pocket all the time. So he gave me that little knife, and I thought I was the coolest person in the world. I at the time lived in Addison, Illinois, and little wooded area by my house. I would go and find sticks and whittle sticks, and I thought I was just awesome, coolest person in the world to have a little pocket knife. But when I was 12, 13ish, I moved to Richmond Park, Illinois. My mom and dad still live in the house that I grew up in, and that's where I met a friend of mine who was really big into knives, and had some really cool pocket knives. He had several of them, including a nice buck lockback, the tried and true traditional brass and wood handle and lockback knife that we see out there so much. I bought a Imperial. It was an Imperial knife from Walmart. It had a green handle on it, and that was probably my first. That was my first knife that I bought on my own. That was, a good 2.5 inch blade. Left that outside, being stupid kid that I was. Left it outside on the table, and it rusted. So I ended up buying a Gerber Gator. Actually, my friend bought it for me. I gave him the money to buy it. Walmart didn't sell to anybody under 18, even though the policy says 16. So, and I was 16, and they wouldn't let me buy it. So I left, gave him the money. He went in and bought me my first quote-unquote real knife. And since then, I've been buying knives pretty regularly. I've got my favorite brands and makes, my favorite styles. They've changed over the years. I mean, I love Kershaw. I like CRKT. SOG makes some really nice knives. I mean, all the major brands, all the ones that are out there that aren't major. I mean, I'm an equal opportunity knife guy. I don't bash anybody's collection. I try to promote safe and legal knife use and carry. Where I work, I have a lot of teenagers, a lot of high schoolers that I like to kind of take under my wing and kind of educate them a little bit and how things are done and why things are done that way, and I can teach them how to safely use a knife. And I've purchased several basic pocket knives for some of those kids, and I just really enjoy the world of blades. For me, it brings people together. It gives an opportunity to build relationships with people who don't necessarily have the ability to, whether it be because of personality traits or because of family life or life at home. In Milwaukee, the Milwaukee area, just like any other major areas, cities and stuff, a lot of broken homes, and if I can help somebody kind of repair some of the brokenness, I'm all about it. And if I can use knives as the platform, I'll do it. I've got other platforms that I use for different people and different groups, but at work this seems to be the best way, because just like me when I was a teenager, seeing a nice knife was cool. So I'm trying to see if I can give back and help somebody that might be in need. So anyways, I'm an open book. Like I said, I didn't plan on doing this video. I didn't plan on going for over 12 and a half minutes now. If you're still with me, I thank you. I thank you for keeping an eye on me on the channel and seeing how this progresses. I appreciate your support. For those that I've met on the channel, thank you for kind of sticking with me here. I look forward to progressing more and meeting new people and getting to know you guys. I will be promoting some of your channels on my videos. Not that I have the biggest following. In fact, I didn't do this to get a huge following, but just to meet people and kind of see what takes place. Again, ask any question you'd like. I'm pretty open about talking about myself. I guess it doesn't sound very humble, but I'm an open book. So if you want to know, I'll try to do my best to answer any questions. But anyways, have a great rest of your Monday. I'm probably going to put out a couple of videos here besides these two here. I got some video ideas and topic ideas. So, but anyways, look forward to what the future brings. Until then, be safe, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.